Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut. I hope you like this video and subscribe. We're talking about the New York Mets here. Now, you're going to be watching this video. It's going to be in what is called a premiere. It's not live. You know you'll get a notification very, very soon. But if you go in, you watch it live, I could take super chats, whatever, and I am in the chat, so I'll say thank you and I say hello and everything else. So here we go. Let's talk about the Mets here. A lot of stuff that has to happen. One of the first things the Mets need to do is get a manager and a general manager in here. They're in the beginning processes of doing that. I guess they're going to set up an interview with Brewers manager Craig Counsell. I believe the Mets' chances are 65-35 that he comes here. I don't think that money will be an issue. Obviously, the Mets don't have that problem. So if he doesn't come here, it won't be because of money, it'll be because he doesn't feel comfortable 100% being here in New York. But we'll see what happens. I'm sure there'll be other names that'll pop up. If he decides not to come here, maybe he stays in Milwaukee, maybe he goes to Cleveland, which is a very strong possibility. It's a good job. A lot of good jobs out there. Milwaukee's one of them, and obviously the Guardians are another. But here we go about Shohei Ohtani. And we're going to be talking a lot about him over the next couple of months until he signs with a team. I don't know how long this free agency courtship that's going to be with him. He is the greatest free agent in the history of baseball. He's about to go on to the open market. Just, 10 days, 15 days after the World Series? So we're going to have quite the, sweepstakes and quite the sort of feeding frenzy that we've never seen. And the New York Mets will be in the middle of it. That's what we've heard from different people in different MLB insiders. Now here is from the New York Post, and John Heyman. He discusses the contenders, the teams that could be in on the Shohei Ohtani sweepstakes. Headline: more contenders join $500 million Shohei Ohtani sweepstakes. Now, as you know, if you don't know, Ohtani had some kind of surgery done on his elbow. So he's not going to pitch next year, but he is going to hit. I don't know if he's going to play a full season. They say he's going to be ready for spring training. I don't know, as a DH. So I'm going to just read parts of this article and all these different teams. Some scoffed at $500 million for Shohei Ohtani. But I'm again hearing speculation about $600 million, which was my original prediction before an arm injury knocked him off the mound for 2024. I'll stick with 500, but I think that may be the baseline number. I would mention Ohtani will probably get a lot of deferred payments later on. I think the first year will be very high, but the years after that, because he'll be two positions on the field at that point. And he is the best DH in baseball, and he's one of the best pitchers. Ohtani's not only the best player in years and maybe ever, he's a unique marketing opportunity. Some suggest teams can break in as an extra $35 million with Ohtani, maybe more if he ignites a playoff run. Now, he's not been able to do that in Anaheim, so just keep that in mind. He's not been able to help his team, and he did not play well after the Angels made all those moves. But I would mention he was nursing an injury. Although management sources say the figure may be close to $20 million. There's no debate he brings extra excitement even while awaiting his return to the mound. This is the free agents to end all free agents. So here's John Heyman's updated odds board. Here we go. Number one. Where'd he go? Number one. The Texas Rangers. They got a taste of winning, aren't afraid to spend, and made their first cut 6 years ago. Whereas they are ready to go for Ohtani at mid-season. Okay, we'll see. The odds are 6-1. Now, if they win the World Series, they might not be so willing to do that. Next up, the Giants at 6-1. They're surely desirous of a big star after failing to land Giancarlo Stanton, Bryce Harper, and Aaron Judge. There is one issue. Folks wonder if Ohtani would sign up for a ballpark tough on left-handed hitters. That is a good question. They are hung up on getting a big player. That's for sure. The Dodgers, the next team. These three teams are tied at the odds. These odds don't mean anything. You never know where he's going to sign until he signs. The Dodgers, the favorite forever, has the money, is the most consistent winner and cleared payroll space last winter. The negatives are that they are close to selling out and need a pitcher more than a hitter. That is true. Their pitching is not very good now. Even though they won a lot of games last year, that is going to be an issue with them for the next few years. And you wonder if Clayton Kershaw is going to retire. And even, regular season Kershaw is better than anything most teams have. So that's an interesting side note. Next up, the Mets at 8-1 odds. Steve Cohen obviously can afford it. The drawback, of course, is that the Mets are already in the highest tax territory, meaning that we tax at 110% on most, if not all, his contract. Some to predict the Mets to be more disciplined after last year's spending spree, but this is a special case, so that is true. And they will be in on it. The Red Sox. The New Balance link has folks speculating Boston. He has a sneaker deal with New Balance. I guess they're up in New England. He certainly seems to like playing there. And they can't finish in the last 3 of the last 4 years. Again, there is no indication that he makes your team better. Because we saw with the Angels that he wasn't making a lot of money like he's going to make now, but he didn't make the Angels better. The Angels are the next team, 15-1. The incumbent team doesn't look ready to win in 24, but they do have a decent nucleus of position players. He surely appreciates their willingness to let him do his thing, and he posted 3 of the best years ever there. Now, I would mention, they kind of protect him there in Anaheim. He's able to do his own thing. There's no pressure in terms of the media. How would he handle being a different fan base? I don't know. Next up, the Cubs at 20-1 odds. They may just be one hitter away, one big hitter. He would seem a bit rich for their taste, but definitely doable. That would I think if they re-sign, they bring back Corey Bellinger, they will talk to him. Yankees, 22-1. I don't see him going to the Yankees. They need to do something big, and what a combo he'd make with Aaron Judge. He'd love to hit the stadium, but he's said not to love pitching there. The Padres, at 25-1. They collect big stars, but it's hard to see how they afford him. And they will need pitching with Blake Snell, Seth Lugo, and Josh Hader, free agents. I would mention, there's a good chance they're going to get rid of payroll. They're probably going to get rid of Juan Soto. So either they hold on to Juan Soto, or I don't see them bringing in any big player. And finally, at number 10 on this, or actually the next to last, number 10, the Mariners at 30-1. They tried hard back when he was a bargain 6 years ago. He does have connections there, a trainer. Might be steep for their 54% solution. I don't know what that last part means. But anyway, obviously with the legacy of Ichiro there, they could be in on him. I don't know. I doubt it. But don't put anything past Jerry Dipoto. But it's not a trade. It's not a trade. And finally, the field. Most teams don't have to worry about the Cohen tax, so don't assume a mid-market team won't win the day, okay? All right, this is who I see, okay? Just looking at it objectively. I don't think the Rangers will do it, even though there's no tax there in Texas. If the Rangers got to the World Series, would he put them over the top? It's hard to say because again, he did not do a great job in terms of getting the Angels over the top. So I don't see them as being the favorites here, in my view. I see the Giants going hard on him, but obviously with the tough being a left-handed hitter there. But Barry Bonds did great there. Remember Barry Bonds? And the Dodgers. The Dodgers are, really, and the Mets. To me, I'll give you a fourth team. I'll say 4 teams have the best chance to sign him in this order. The Dodgers, the Giants, the Mets, and the Red Sox. Those are the 4 teams I see signing him. With the Dodgers and the Giants fighting it out, and the Mets being third. And I put the Giants and the Dodgers there because they're California, and they would isolate him. They would insulate him from the criticism. he would not get that kind of, I don't know if he would get that kind of insulation here in New York or in Boston. Now, Boston certainly needs to do something big. They haven't done anything big in a long time. It'd be interesting to see what their new head of baseball operations, Craig Breslow, does. Does he spend big? Will he do something that Chaim Bloom couldn't do, and that's bringing the big players to help that team out? Will he make stupid trades like Chaim Bloom did? I don't know. We're going to find out. But the Red Sox are an interesting case. But really, those are the 4 teams. I only throw the Red Sox in there because I need a 4th team in this. I see it coming down to 3 teams. The Mets, the Dodgers, and the Giants. With the Dodgers and the Giants having the edge because they're in California, and they could probably insulate him more from the press and from all the insanity that goes on here. So it's a little bit more laid back. But thank you for watching this video. Hope you like this premiere. Thank you if you're writing to me in the chat. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.